So we have learned about cells and EMF, and we have learned about the internal resistance of the cell. So what we have seen, that when there is no outside resistance, that means outside resistance is 0, then the potential inside the cell is equal to EMF of the cell in that case. And we arrived at this equation, I is equal to epsilon upon R plus R, where capital R is the external resistance and this small r is the internal resistance of the cell. Now sometimes this question is asked, what is the maximum current that can be flown into this circuit? So for maximum current I max, you have to equate this external resistance to be 0. That means this external resistance is connected by a simple wire. This is connected by a simple wire. Okay, so in that case the resistance flown in this cell would, or the current flown in this circuit would be the maximum. So if this question is asked in your exam, if a circuit is shown like this, there is a battery with some potential, let us say 3 volt, and if they are asking that if this is external resistance R, what would be the maximum current in this circuit, and there is a connected internal resistance of the cell small r, this is given as 0.1 ohm. So what could be the maximum current in this circuit? So for maximum current in the circuit, we must have this R is equal to 0. So now maximum current I max is equal to epsilon upon R, and epsilon is 3 volt. So 3 upon 0.1 ohm. So maximum current is 30 amps. 30 ampere. This is the maximum current that can be flown in this circuit when external resistance is equal to 0. Now how can we make external resistance to be 0? Just instead of this resistance we put a simple wire, because simple wire or a copper wire has very low resistance, almost equal to 0. Almost equal to 0. In that case maximum current would be flowing into this circuit. Now after this there is a description of charges in the clouds. Please read this on your own self and learn how there is charge produced in the clouds. Now let us come to this example 3.5 and let us solve this example. So here what is shown, a circuit, a network of resistors. So again these are resistors. So a network of resistors is connected like this to a 16 volt battery. So battery is 16 volt. Internal resistance is 1 ohm as shown in figure. Compute the equivalent resistance of the network. So what we have to calculate, R equivalent, okay, and obtain the current in each resistor. After that we have to obtain current in each resistor. Obtain the voltage drop. So what is the voltage drops? There are 3 voltage drops, A to B. This is first voltage drop, then second voltage drop VB to C, then third voltage drop VC to D. So we have to calculate these things. First the equivalent resistance of the circuit, second thing current in each resistor. So in this 4 ohm and 4 ohm, in this 1 ohm, and this 12 ohm and 6 ohm, and in this 1 ohm, since this is internal resistance. So now what we have to do, we have to solve this equation. So there are 3 voltage drops or potential drops, 1, 2, 3. So first is VAB, second is VBC, third is VCD. So let us solve this example. So remember this figure in your mind, or let me draw a figure. So we can make this as an equivalent resistance. So this is an equivalent resistance of this 4 ohm and 4 ohm. So let me write this, since these are in parallel, RP1. This is, we know, 1 ohm, and this is again in parallel, So let us write this as Rp2. So now all of them are in series, and this fourth resistance is also in series. So the total resistance in this case, so what would be the total resistance? This is also 1 ohm. So total resistance or R equivalent of the circuit, is Rp1, because in series we simply add Rp1 plus Rp2 plus 1 or 2 ohm. So this is the total equivalent resistance of the circuit. Now we have to calculate this Rp1 and Rp2. So what they are saying, that network is a simple series and parallel combination of resistors. Again, this is a series, this is also in series, and there are two parallel branches. First, the two 4 ohm resistor, this one and this one, are in parallel, are equivalent to a resistor. So we have to calculate this Rp1. So what is Rp1? 1 upon Rp1 is equal to 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4. So this is 2 upon 4. So this is 1 upon Rp. When we inverse it, Rp1 is simply, so we get Rp1 is equal to 4 by 2. 4 by 2, that is 2 ohm. So Rp1 is 2 ohm. This one is 2 ohm. Now for second, Rp2. Let us see what is Rp2. Again using the same formula, but this time the values would be different. Let me erase this thing. So Rp2. So what is Rp2? For Rp2, 1 upon 12 plus 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 6. So if we calculate this, so 12 is common, 2 plus 1, 3, 3. Now what is there? So this is 1 upon Rp2. So what we get, Rp2 is equal to simply 12 by 3. 12 by 3, that is 4 ohm. So Rp2 is 4 ohm. So total equivalent resistance of the circuit, Rp1 that is 2 ohm, Rp2 4 ohm and 2 ohm. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4, that is equivalent circuit, equivalent resistance is 2, 2, 3, 7 and 8 ohm. So equivalent resistance of this circuit is 8 ohm. So equivalent resistance of this circuit is 8 ohm. What they have shown is they have not counted this internal resistance. I have counted this internal resistance as well. So why they have not counted this internal resistance? This could be counted or could not be counted because this is something internal. So this is always with the battery. It is always with the battery, not with the circuit. So if we leave this term, then it is 7 ohm. If we add this term, then total resistance is 8 ohm. With this internal 8 ohm, without this internal resistance, it is 7 ohm. Now, first part is completed. The equivalent resistance of this thing total is 7 ohm. This is again 1, 7 and 1, 8 ohm is total circuit with internal resistance of the battery. Only this part 7 ohm. Now let us move to the second part. What is the second part? We have to obtain the current in each resistor. That means in each of the resistor we have to calculate the current. Now what is the current? Now the total current I in the circuit, how can we calculate? I is equal to EMF upon R equivalent resistance plus internal resistance. We have calculated this to be 8 ohm. They have calculated this 7 and this internal was 1 ohm. So total resistance was 8 ohm and battery was 16 volt. 16 volt upon 8 ohm, that means total current is 2 ampere in this circuit. So 2 ampere current is flowing in this circuit. Now let us see that how this current will flow. So again 2 ampere current will start at this place and 2 ampere current will leave this place. So here this 2 ohm current will divide into two parts. Here it will combine again divide into two parts, then again combine. So in this resistor only one current is flowing, that is again 2 ampere. So current in this middle conductor or middle resistor is 2 ampere, and now let us find what is the current in these resistors.